Once upon a time, there lived a farmer in a village. He worked in his fields from dawn till dusk, guarding his crops with dedication. But when the harvest was ready, the village chief would forcibly take most of the crops, leaving the farmer with only a small portion. The farmer and his family barely made ends meet. One day, while digging in his field, the farmer unintentionally dug deeper than usual. Suddenly, he sensed there was something buried underground. With great effort, he unearthed a chest, and what he found left him in surprise. The chest was filled with jewels and precious stones. Overjoyed with excitement, but worried at the same time, the farmer thought to himself,
The village chief must never find out about this treasure, or he will take it away.
the farmer carefully brought the treasure home and asked his wife.
Where should we hide this wealth?
His wife suggested.
Um, let's bury it in the courtyard.
The farmer agreed and buried the chest there. A while later, his wife said.
I'm going to fetch water.
After she left, the farmer grew anxious. He thought,
My wife might mention this treasure to another woman, and eventually the chief will find out about it.
With despair, the farmer dug up the chest again and secretly buried it in a hidden location outside the house. When his wife returned, the farmer casually said,
Tomorrow we will go to the forest to catch some fish.
Surprised, his wife asked,
Fish? In the forest? Have you lost your mind in excitement?
The farmer smiled and replied.
You will see for yourself tomorrow.
The next morning, before sunrise, the farmer went to a fisherman and bought a large number of fresh fish. He also bought some baked bread and then headed to the forest. After he reached there, he spread the fish on the ground in one spot and hung the bread on tree branches. Satisfied with his work, he returned home. When the sun rose, the farmer took his wife to the forest. She was astonished to see fish scattered on the ground. She quickly gathered them into her basket. A little further, she noticed bread hanging from the trees. She exclaimed.
Bread hanging on the trees.
The farmer explained.
This forest is magical. Bread rains from the sky, and some of it gets stuck in the trees.
His wife was baffled but believed him. The farmer and his wife began living a more comfortable life. However, soon rumors spread that the farmer had found a treasure. Everyone in the village began to suspect, including the chief. The chief summoned the farmer's wife first and then the farmer himself. When the farmer appeared before him, the chief demanded,
Is it true that you found a chest filled with jewels?
The farmer gave a fake reaction of surprise and replied,
Ha! That's completely false.
The chief in a loud voice said,
Your wife has already told me everything.
The farmer folded his hands and said,
My wife has lost her mind. She's been speaking nonsense these days.
Hearing this, the farmer's wife grew furious. She shouted,
My lord, everything I told you is true. The chest is buried in our courtyard.
The chief, intrigued, asked.
When did you find the treasure?
The wife replied,
It was the morning before we went to the forest to catch fish. That was also the day when cooked bread rained from the sky.
The chief laughed and said to his men,
This woman truly is mad.
Still curious, the chief ordered his servants to dig up the farmer's courtyard. The servants dug every corner of the yard but found nothing, and ultimately they returned empty handed. Thus, this way, a clever farmer not only saved his treasure but also escaped the chief's oppression, all thanks to his wit and quick thinking.